Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and I'm coming to you with another one of my amazing multi-box gold guides for show you how easy it is to make lots of gold with less effort and without a group. Now today, I'm actually going to be doing like one of those farms where it's one of those materials you might not necessarily think about. Have actually tried to look, and nobody's actually done any kind of hyperspawns or possibly even any farm on these items that we're actually going to be looking at today. So hopefully this helps you out if maybe you're looking for them to craft, items yourself, or just to put up on the auction house, or you just want to try something new. Definitely come check this spot out. It can be really good or possibly even really bad at the same time, but hey, it is nice to go out and explore new things and try new farms out. It definitely works well, and you definitely get a lot of spawns. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the farm and see how good it is. Alright guys, so for this farm, we are located in the Howling Fjord, right here on this little beach right here, right beside the apothecary camp. Right over here, kind of like where these islands are and along this beach here. Okay, so I did do this with my 8-man group, but it can also be done with 5, and that's kind of why I'm not actually showing you guys the smaller screens, because it's easier for me to move them around, because I want to show you first how you do it the lazy way with 8, and then how you can pull it off with 5. So in case you haven't moved up to 8, which I definitely suggest, it definitely makes farming a lot easier to do these farms for one, and it also makes it more beneficial with providing more loot for you. Now, the reason why we're actually doing this farm, which I'll go ahead and start doing my killing phase here, and you'll see, I mean, we just are going to be killing a lot of these murlocs here. But the reason why we are actually doing this farm is we're looking basically for these two items right here, the Northsea Pearl and the Siren's Tear. And the way you actually get those are from these clams that these murlocs drop. Okay, so basically the Siren's Tear, man, that thing goes for, on most realms, at least on 2 of the realms I have here, for over 1,000 gold each. Now on one of the other realms it's only going for about 500, but that might be somebody just trying to hurry up and get rid of them, because they're not possibly going to be the fastest seller. Plus it might be something that you're looking to get for yourself in order to actually craft items, because it is used for crafting items. But as far as this farm goes, I mean, you see this little bit of time we've been killing these mobs. We're already up to 122. I think we were actually up over 5,000. I'm sorry, I had to leave after I did the farm. So my hyperspawn is reset, but it was like something around 5,000 kills by the time the hour was done. Now, as far as when we start our actual loot phase, our 5-man group from the 8, we first go over to X, and the reason why I marked this with X, you'll see later when I show you the 5-man way of doing it. It's basically, that's going to be your route with your main, is going from Skull to X. But anyway, here's where your first potato is in X, and that's part of your first group. And then you have one over here where Moon is, right here, and you actually do want to kind of put them off to the side here, because they are actually hitting these mobs as well over here. All right, and the ones you really want to go for are these right here, because these actually drop a whole different type of clam. Now these drop these dark water clams, all the murlocs do, which have a small percent chance to actually have the Siren's Tear, but these ones can actually drop the brooding, I think it's brooding, something like that, clams, which actually can have a really good chance of having a Siren's Tear in it. Actually, all the I think I only had like maybe 3 or 4 of those clams, and each one of them had a Siren's Tear in it. So almost, I wouldn't say it's a 100% chance to have it, but it's a really good chance of having the Siren's Tear inside of one of those. Now, right here we have the next one where a triangle is, and that's on the other side, the back side of the island where your main is. As you were actually just right over here, you can kind of look at this quest giver and see this where Skull is. Over here on the other side we have triangle. And then for our last one in this actual group with your main, you have diamond right here. Okay, and they're killing these mobs here. Okay, now for our last 3 that are in a group all by themselves, we have circle right here, and then we have star all the way down here, right where all these murlocs are. Basically, you can just look for the like little murloc houses and things like that. Now we still have one more, which was actually on the other side, all the way over here. I'll speed this up. And this is where we have our last one for the other group, where square is. Now you might want to try it out. I didn't really do it. Try to actually put one from your main group in this one if you want your main group to get more of the loot, since you are going around flying on your loot, because there are actually probably more murlocs here in this little small area than some of the other ones. But the only thing I worried about was the distance. You know, that's why I kind of tried to make sure all the potatoes in that main group were as close as possible and actually make it to where I didn't have to move with my main. So that's why I have this one separated so far from the others, and I didn't actually decide to put one from the main group right here, because I didn't want to have any issues where the loot was out of distance and I wouldn't actually be able to loot these mobs with my main. So anyway, that is the way to do it with 8-man group. I will, go ahead and show you the map right here, kind of show you an overview. You got your main right there if you're looking at the big island, and then right across from it you got X kind of almost in the middle of the island, and then you got triangle on the back side. You have another mob right over here, kind of like I said, you just have to look for the houses. You want it kind of right by where the rocks are, so it's actually killing the mobs on the other side as well. And then you actually have another one right here where diamond is, and then you have your other group all the way down there where square is, and then the last two are actually over on this side where you have diamond or you have circle and star all the way down there. So you see, those are definitely out of your range. You wouldn't be able to loot those anyway, even if they were from your initial team. So that's why I kind of broke it up that way, to make sure I would be able to loot all the mobs. Now, if you wanted to do this with a 5-man group, let's go ahead and get those mobs off of our server, so I can go and show you how this works. And we'll just, invite our 5-man group. Since they are on a different realm, they will no longer be in their places, as you'll actually see here. If we go which actually my markers disappeared, but you'll see we'll go down here where we actually had the other potato, and you see they're gone now. So what I'll do is, like I said, my main will actually run back and forth from here, and this is kind of why I didn't want to actually do the big screens. So I want to move that one right over there, which is this one right here, and I'm actually going to move them, which it may not matter. You could probably just put them in any of the spots, but I'm gonna try to put them right over here where the actual most of the murloc. It seems like there's more murlocs here than anywhere else. I'm gonna put them right there to kill these ones, and then actually I got these ones in flight form, so I'm gonna have to fix that so I don't kill my potatoes here, which I have done in stream. There we go, almost killed them, didn't get them too high yet. So we will actually, and this can be more beneficial if I had bear tartar on, but I'm just going to do it without bear tartar and just show you that it does work, that you are able to actually just run back and forth from one island to the other island, and you get the instant respawns just like that. So that is a way that you could do this one with a 5-man group. So yeah, definitely come out here, try it out. If you need some of the Siren's Tear, if you need some of the North Sea Pearls, you can definitely get both those items. You can get a little bit of Frostleaf Cloth. You might even get some other items as well. Also, real quick, as far as the macros go, that is, one kind of aggravating part is you do actually have like 3 different types of mobs here. So I actually am using Mob 1, Mob 2, and Mob 3 macros. I deleted all the specific macros pretty much, except for like primals and things like that use things. So now I'm just using Mob 1, Mob 2, Mob 3, because it kind of clears up my macros. It took me forever to look and find macros, so that's how I kind of update it. So I just changed the first 3 letters, because that's all it's ever needed for targeting mobs, just the first 3 letters of the mob's name. So it's easy for me just to type 3 letters or whatever with each farm that I go to, and just select those macros. So anyway, as far as these go, you got first ones, which are, you got these ones right here, which are the chill mare. which actually those are macro number 2. The first ones are just MUR. I'm not even sure which ones those are. It's probably more over on this side because they actually have the mixture here. I think those are the ones that I talked about, drop the other type of one. Yeah, no, those are unstable. So we actually have those as macro number 3, UNS. And then there was another one somewhere here if I can find it. Right there, actually. Yep, the Murgle one. So that's what the macro number 1 is from, MUR. So yeah, you do have to actually use 3, which is, you know, it's not that bad. It's just hitting 3 buttons. I mean, if you ever done any raids or PvPs, you know, you might have had to do that anyway, especially if you played like a melee class and, you know, button smashing sort of thing. So yeah, that is the only downside, is that it is more than 2, and this is the first time we've actually had to do that yet. Now you could try to use the target enemy macro, which will target any enemy, but you do have to make sure you line up your cameras and stuff, and that can be aggravating. Which I also do have another farm that can actually probably be more beneficial than this one. The only problem is it's too big for 5, and you do have line of sight issues unless you use the target enemy macro. Which I might show at a later time. It's just, it is aggravating with those issues that you have there. Whereas this one is nice and smooth, and it is actually something that you can do. It's nice and relaxed, especially if you have an 8-man group. But anyway, guys, as far as the loot goes, I'm sure that's what you guys are interested in. So let's go ahead and get to where we have everything cleaned out, and I'll show you exactly what I got after doing this for an hour. See you there. Alright guys, so here we are. I've got everything cleaned out. I've went through and actually added things in and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So we're going to start off with the first group, or not the actual main group, but the group that was separate. We're going to go down the line of them because that's kind of in the order that my accounts are, and just look at what they got. So the first one in the other group, we got 13 of the Northsea Pearls, 1 of the Siren's Tears, 110 of the Frostweave Cloth, and 110 pieces of the Succulent Clam Meat. Now, you might wonder why I keep the clam meat, but, you know, I kind of wondered the same with the Grey Mist Murloc farm. But the clam meat does actually sell, and as you see, it does have a sell rate of 0.15. It's not the fastest selling material, but hey, it is material that you can possibly also add value to your total. So anyway, yeah, definitely, especially if it is at the region market value, which is like 4 gold a piece. It's only at 40 silver right now in my realm, but there's only 11 auctions, so most likely those are just people just trying to get rid of it. So it's really not bad value if you can sell them for about 4 gold a piece, or even half that probably. Now the Northsea Pearls, they're actually kind of low in this realm as well. They do actually have a sell rate once again at 0.15. Only 8 gold in this realm, but there's only 7 auctions, so there's really not many auctions because not many people are really doing this farm. So I can probably, which I probably will do, is just buy those out and try to reset the market, because you see they do have a region value of 57 gold a piece. Now the Siren's Tear, though, that's got a 0.04 sell rate, and they're actually above region value at 1,111 gold. And the region value is at 1,063 gold. So those are really what you really want, is to really get those. And then of course we got Frostweave Cloth, which is only going for 50 silver, which is about half of what the region value is, but 0.62. And you know, of course, you can always probably make more if you just spin them into bolts of cloth, which is usually what I do anyway. Like when I'm still left posting on other bank alts and stuff. But anyway, let's go to the next one. And we've got 17 of the Northsea Pearls on that one. Another Siren's Tear, and like this group wasn't flying around at all or anything. They were just sitting still. We got 201 pieces of the Frostweave Cloth and 169 pieces of the clam meat, and we even got some pieces of model. 1 low value piece and then 1 decent value. This crossbow at 6,581 on my realm, but 8,000 region. Only a 0.01 sell rate though. A couple of lock boxes. We also got our next one. This is our last one in that 3-man group. 10 Northsea Pearls with that one. Another Siren's Tear, so they all got Siren's Tear at least. Only 67 pieces of cloth, 89 pieces of meat, and Corium lockbox actually. Then this one is actually our first one in the other group. Not the main one, but actually, you know, just another potato. 19 North Sea pearls. We actually got another low value piece. It is actually showing us going for almost 11,000 more round, but the region value is not even 5,000, so that's why I put it with low value. Siren's Tear, we got at least one of those on that one, and 216 of the meat. Now for our next one, which is actually the one we used as our main that we flew around on, which most farms actually, now I'm starting to actually swap between my toons, and I'm actually starting to because of the whole like 30 minutes and you know, anything rare or better will stay on the mobs. I decided, because it used to be that we would actually kill the mobs for up to like 25 minutes, fly all of our toons around, see if we have any epics or blues laying down on the mobs. But now I'm actually thinking it's better just to, why, you know, stop for a whole 5 minutes to fly all your toons around. I'm starting to just take my team, unless I'm doing like a lack and I'm really trying to compete, I'll just swap to each toon during the farm. So once I do like, you know, a minute and 45 seconds, which is what I usually kill for, I'll just take and jump to my next potato after I've already looted with my main. On the next, after the next kill phase, I'll just go around and loot with the next potato and go on down the line. So that way they're just automatically looting after so many kills. So by the time, you know, we've looted on the 8th one, it's back to that first one. So they've already going through it. It's going to end up being the same thing, where they're actually still going after and looting all of the mobs for any of those blues or epics. But I'm not having to actually stop at that 25-minute mark and just not, you know, have anything going on. So actually, in all, actually getting more loot because I'm actually killing for longer. I'm not stopping the farm at all. So anyway, as far as my main, we actually got 43 of the North Sea pearls, of course, because they were looting more. We got 5 of the Siren's Tears. We actually were pretty unlucky with our main, though. There's actually a potato that got more of the Siren's Tears, which is kind of, you know, it could be that this farm is more valuable than what it was for me. It could have just been, you know, it's still RNG. You know, you're opening these clams and hoping to get some of these items. So it could have been my RNG was just pretty bad with this farm, and you could possibly even get more than what I got. So anyway, I got 5 on my main, and you see on this realm, this is a different realm, they're actually selling for 1,200, so even higher above the region market value. Now, and there's also only 2 auctions on these too, so that's really good too. Now we actually have 210 of the pieces of frostweave cloth, and we have 456 of the clam meat. Now the clam meat is actually almost 2 gold a piece on this round, so actually that's really not that bad if I can get them to sell. Now we did get 1 Corium lockbox and some low value pieces here, so be kind of curious to see if they do sell. Some of them do have like a 0.02 sell rate, so I am thinking that they might do decent. Hoping so anyway. Anything over 0.01 is, you know, at least better, because 0.01 could be even lower than 0.01. It just, you know, that's the lowest as it goes, and there's no telling of how slow it might actually take to sell. At least when you get to the 0.02, you kind of can judge it. Now, once we get to the next one, this is actually the next potato in that main group. We actually got 11 of the North Sea pearls and 4 of the Siren's Tears, so that's good for a potato. It's sitting still, and only 95 pieces of clam meat, so they got actually pretty lucky on getting the Siren's Tears right there. They probably had one of those brooding clams. Like I said, I think we had like 4 of them, and like every single one of them gave us a Siren's Tear. Now this one actually has 7 of the Siren's Tears, but you actually see on this round it's showing that they're only selling for 500 gold a piece. There is only 5 of them up, but still, for them selling for like half the region value, it might be smart for me to go and buy them out or just wait till they sell. But we'll see. Anyway, we got 7 of those selling for 500 gold in this round, and then we have 27 of the North Sea pearls. And then we've got 200 exactly of the frostweave cloth and 155 of the clam meat, which actually the clam meat on this round is actually going for over over 1 gold. Not quite the same value as the other realm, but still, it's still better than the first one, which was like 40 silver. And then we also got a lockbox, and then we got this crossbow showing it's actually selling on this round for over 29,000 gold, but region value of 6,500, but 0.02 sell rate. And we actually got 2 of those, and that's on the next one. We got another one right there. and 13 of the pearls. Actually didn't get any Siren's Tear on this one, unfortunately. This one was unlucky there. And 189 of the frostweave cloth, and 162 pieces of the meat, and 3 lockboxes, 2 frost steel and 1 corium. Now, like I said though, I do actually have another farm, which I will try to show you guys before too long. I don't want to jump right back to another North Sea pearl farm right after this one, since we just did this one. But this one actually I felt more comfortable doing, just because of the ease of doing it, which honestly that could, you know, win it over for you as well. Like I said, it's not like a get rich, you know, I'm gonna get tons of transmog or tons of materials that sell instantly and make all this gold. But it could be that possibly you need these items. There's not enough of them up on the auction house. As you see, there's only like, you know, 2 here, 5 here. What I think the most we saw with the Siren's Tear, there was like 5 up on the auction house for that realm. So it might be that you just need these for yourself, and this is a good way to get them for yourself. There's also not many of the North Sea pearls, so even though it's below the region value, I could just buy those 9 out and post all of them, and post them all maybe even above the region value, make more gold. So that's something to consider too. So this is a way that you can get these for yourself if you use them for crafting, or you could, like I said, since there's not many people posting them because it's probably just people out questing, getting, you know, a couple here and there, you can reset the market yourself and actually make more, because those people are probably just trying to hurry up and get rid of them. So anyway, guys, that is about all I really have for this farm. Definitely come try it out. Let me know what your results are. You know, especially if you're looking for these items, hopefully it helped you out. Like I said, you know, it is not just to go out and get rich and, you know, like primal mana, primal fire or something like that. It's just something new to try, see how well it does on your realm. Alright guys, well I hope you liked the video on farming for the North Sea pearls and the Siren's Tear out there in the Howling Fjord. I will try to get another one of these out for you with the other location. Like I said though, I did actually probably enjoy doing this one more though, just because of the ease of actually doing the farm. Plus this one you can actually do a 5 where the other one you can't. So still wasn't bad, you know. We did actually end up, which I forgot to show you guys, but I told everything up, and we actually ended up with 153 of the North Sea pearls total, for a value of like over 8,000 gold. We had we had 20 exactly Siren's Tears for 21,000 gold. Frostweave cloth, we had 977 of those, and we had 1,452 pieces of clam meat for a region value of over 5,000 gold. Like I said though, don't expect clam meat to sell instantly, but it does sell, at least with the Grey Mist Murlocs. Like I didn't think it really would, but I figured I should try it since I saw the high sell rate, and it did. It sold, so I do actually sell that now on the auction house. So definitely give it a try, see how well it does on your realm. Even if you are just coming out here to get the pearls and the Siren's Tears to possibly craft with yourself, because you can't find them up on the auction house, or as many as you need up on the auction house. So yeah, try to sell the clam meat, just get a little extra value if you can, or if you don't feel like fooling with it, just vendor it. But there is also a bunch of great items and stuff that you got. I mean, I had to clear my bags out, you know, 2 to 3 times at least before I finished the farm. So there is some raw gold mixed in with it. I can't remember the exact total. Like I said, unfortunately I had to go and get some food and clear it out before I actually started recording. But I do know we had like over 5,000 kills near the end of the video, or near the end of the farm. Well guys, if you like the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you make sure you don't miss another one of these amazing multi-box gold guides I have coming out. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up, definitely helps out. And check out the links. We have links for Facebook and Twitter, where you can you know, get alerted when I do come out with another video, or also where you get alerted for Twitch, which I have a link down below for Twitch as well, where you can catch me streaming, where we do similar farms and things, and I actually allow people to come and join my group. We also have like giveaways and things as well. Also, don't forget about the link for Discord. Definitely a great group of people in there who can help you out with your multi-box setup. You know, I can help you out with HotKeyNet. We have other people in there that can help you out with IS Boxer. Also, you know, people you can join with on farms and things. And you also get alerted on there as well as when I'm going live or coming out with a video. But anyway, guys, that's about all I have. This is Baby Powder. Peace. I'm out.